Hey guys, I'm Nate. Welcome back to the channel. So today we got to talk about this Hurricane Inline 6 turbo, twin turbo engine that's coming out. This is going to be the replacement for the Hemi 5.7. That's why you need a Hellcat. All right, so what's the deal with these Hurricane engines? Well, so the V8s are going away, and even the Pentastar V6 is going away, and so Dodge's lineup, after they kill off the Hellcat next year, last year run 2023, is going to be inline 6 twin turbo, and then the electric. That's at least what I think. I don't see them having a V8 or a really high output gasoline engine on the top of the range. So where does that leave us? Well, that leaves us with these more fuel efficient. That's what the whole reasoning here is. Everything's being done in the name of fuel efficiency. All right, so cool. How much horsepower is that inline 6 twin turbo going to make? Recently, I was reading an article about the Grand Cherokee, and so the Grand Cherokee already has the specs, and the EPA has tested this on the inline 6 twin turbo. Well, the good news is, I think we're looking at the Hurricane being called a Hurricane 510. Going back to the old numbers where it denotes horsepower. And so that means that this inline 6 twin turbo engine is going to produce 510 horsepower. Well, that sounds pretty good. The old 6.4, it's still currently there, but the Scat Pack engine, the 6.4 liter that was in the SRTs, or the Scat Packs, that produced 475 or I think 485 horsepower. So now 510 out of the same range, out of an inline 6 twin turbo. All right, well, that's cool. So an inline 6 twin turbo sounds good. I mean, look, we got some legendary cars that use inline 6 twin turbos. Look at the GTR, for example, the R34. That was an inline 6 twin turbo. BMW's been using inline 6 engines for quite some time. Fundamentally, I really don't have any issue with an inline 6 engine. I think it's a good engine. But the sound of an inline 6 engine is not the same as the sound from a V8. This is obviously, right? I don't know if you guys have heard an old Raptor, but when the old Raptors were out, you could hear the V8s. Those were not forced induction, naturally aspirated, but they sounded amazing. That V8 sounded amazing from the Raptors. And then Ford switched over to EcoBoost, like they switched over to EcoBoost with everything. Even the Ford GT's an EcoBoost. And that's a V6, I believe, but a V6 twin turbo, it doesn't sound the same. I heard a Raptor the other day driving around. He took off from a light, did not have that same V8 sound. It sounded okay, but it just wasn't the same. And so what's going to happen to the character of this car, I mean, this is considered a muscle car, right, is I feel like it's going to change, right? Like, I'm used to hearing 6 cylinders. You hear them on G35s, G37s, BMWs. Sound great, love them, don't have any issue with it. But the character of this car will fundamentally change with the change in that exhaust note. All right, well, but it's in the name of better fuel efficiency, right? So, okay, well, that's good. All right, so they tested it on the EPA. What did they find out? Well, the fuel efficiency on these engines isn't that much greater, guys. So the fuel efficiency combined, I think, on the Hurricane engine, the twin turbo i6 versus the 5.7 liter Hemi, it was about a 1 mile per gallon, 1 to 2 mile per gallon gain. Okay, it's a gain, 1 to 2 miles per gallon. It's great, but that's not a whole lot. I mean, I don't know really what people were expecting. You're still trying to produce the same amount of power out of a gasoline engine, and I feel like engine technology has come a long way, and so they've done a ton of stuff into the 5.7, the 5.7 liter MDS, all of that stuff was there, and now it's forced induction. So, you know, you got the same amount of power, a little bit more, gas slightly higher, but it's not dramatic. For me as a buyer, if you asked, even with the gas prices where they are today, would I trade the note of the V8, that V8 Hemi, for 1 to 2 miles per gallon? The answer for me is hands down no. But that's the route that we're going. I'm sure it makes for a really great publicity statement that you're moving from a V8 to an inline 6 twin turbo. But in the real world, I don't know that it's going to really make that much difference. I'm not really sold. Now the electric obviously is an electric, we'll see. And now they're talking now about the electric is gonna have some kind of engine note that's gonna blow us away. Yeah, we'll see when it comes out. I mean, yeah, it's a good stereo in these cars, but it's just not the same as the actual engine note that you get from the engine. I feel like days are numbered here. So we're almost at the tail end of 2022. I'm hearing reports that it might be hard to find or order a 2022 at this point because it's so late in the game. So you're going to end up waiting for 2023. Last year, are there going to be enough 2023s to go around, especially in the more desirable Hellcat models where, you know, they don't really produce that many to begin with? I don't know. We're almost at the end of a run here, guys. So kind of that last call here. So just as a reminder, this is the sound that we're giving up. Alright, bookmark this video. These days are numbered. Alright guys, hope you enjoyed this one. Check out these next videos, and I'll see you there. Thanks. Bye.